begin?
Where do we begin?
What's it like been with Brashard over the last however many games? Just seeing now his not total body of work, but 75% of this season.
Yeah, it's been fun. I know the last month or so stretch, he's, we challenged him in the offensive staff, individually and collectively, went to him and just kind of fill out, hey, we're gonna increase your workload. I think that's held true, and I know he was over 20 carries last week, and you give him the ball 20 times, he's gonna put up production, have production, and I think just continuing to see, we saw last week, the 22 mile per hour, 71-yard run was awesome, and he, the ability to just make yards past what the offensive line provides, and that's the true tell of a really productive running back, and someone who's ranking among the metrics as one of the best running backs in the country right now. So,
how do you guys balance, those 20-plus carry games, and when did you guys, I guess, get to the point where, went from, running back committee, just solid rotation, saying, all right, we have to have this guy on the field?
It was really after the Nevada game. Just knowing that he had to have 20 touches in some capacity, and not including kickoff return, 20 offensive touches. I think after week 0 at Nevada, that was going to be, we were going to lean on him, and that's only increased, and he's only been up for it. And he had a little bit of a shoulder deal he was fighting through, and he's proved just, shown some toughness in fighting through that, because you go from receiver to running back, you get in the line of fire a little bit more with some of the bigger guys in the box versus being lightly hit outside. I think that was we were waiting to see, is he going to shy away from the interior meat of linebackers and D linemen, and he hasn't, and he's still his jovial, smiling self down there in the weight room right now. And so, yeah, it's exciting, and our bye weeks have timed up good to keep him fresh.
On special teams, you went 2 weeks ago, you talked about preparation for that field goal block, and what it's like having athletes like Jafari part of that.
Man, I know it's been well documented. Coach Thibodeau and Coach Horney got together on, I think a couple NFL teams have had success doing that jump over, and it's funny how it went down in game, where I think Coach Horney at some point in time, their kick they missed, said, do you want to go jump right here? And we decided not to go jump on that one because he had missed the extra point. I said, hey, he may just miss it. I mean, there's a chance he's not real confident right now. Let's hold it too. It's going to be competitive. We kept giving them the ball, and we saw the outcome there. But to have that executed after the timeout, it's kind of a dream. When it does happen, you're like, you really impact the game with those guys on defense and the field goal block team and Jafari specifically, and it couldn't happen to a better kid.
And to build off of that, right after that kick, your offense, Brashard Smith takes it 25 yards to the end zone. Just talk about the moment where it felt like everything you were working on was working for the team.
Yeah, you get you get exasperated, especially after 6 turnovers. You have the field goal block. I think it was the run happened on 2nd down. He busted through, and you just get happy for those guys. You get happy for the team. You're thinking about a potential of a road win. You shouldn't have won, most likely. Road win you're escaping with. You just get happy for the guys. You just get happy for Brashard. You're happy for Jafari. You're happy for the team. You're just looking forward to the celebration in the locker room, because that's why we do what we do. Is the hour in the locker room post game where everyone is just as excited as you can be, because you won a game in college football, and you look around the country and it's hard to do that week in, week out. But happy for those guys. Happy for our team.
What does kind of a week look like? You working with Colin Rogers, and obviously something so focused on mentality, and he seems locked in no matter what. But what kind of a week looks like?
Yeah, so he's gonna have a heavy. We'll kick field goals on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, And then his heavy day is really Wednesday when he's going to kick off as well as get extra field goal work. He's by now, I mean, he's a 3-year starter. He's, again, you talk about metrics, he's, I think, right behind Sauls from Pitt in terms of kicker analytics and just extra points added as opposed to above replacement there for all the sabermetrics guys. He's in the position now in year 3 where he's matured, where he's not much interference on him when he's in a groove. You know, like a pitching coach isn't going to talk to the guy when he's rolling, when he's shoving. You're not going to talk to Colin too much right now. Just let him go. If he, we'd like to get him to quit doing the celebrations of the other team. Maybe make a kick and just, you know, hug Benton and Pearson and go to the sideline. We're still working on that, but that's part of what the Colin Rogers experience is.
Going on the road recruiting right now with where the program's at, what is that like, and how does does it change your conversations as a staff about how you guys approach it as well?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the brand is just continuing to increase. It's continuing to get back to where this program has shown it can be. And when you walk into have conversations against Texas A&M, and teams that, you know, LSU, where it wasn't a situation where we were able to be competitive in those conversations, and then you can just say, hey, look what's going on here. Here, let me show you another situation, another you know, something you might not have been thinking about as a, you know, these kids are so, you know, early recruited now that you're talking to high school sophomores and juniors, and you know, they have one picture of SMU in their head, and sometimes it's positive, but sometimes it's lacking the real picture. And you gotta educate them on this opportunity in Dallas, Texas, in a power conference where, you know, not to mention we're winning. And so I think it'll continue to grow, but it is vastly different than when we took this job 2.5 years ago.
Anything else, guys?
I think we're good.
All right.